Okay, let's do this thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my NXT. I guess I should be saying NXT 2.0 review nowadays. It looks like after the debut of the new NXT from last week. What are we gonna get tonight in this new era still of NXT, huh? Obviously, we got a lot of new people tonight. I gotta talk about because man, they were really throwing out a lot of new stuff, a lot of new gimmicks and whatnot. Some I'm not sure if they're all gonna work in that, but I will say with last week, I felt like they just threw out people, and I think they expected us to know who they are, but like we don't really know who these guys are. I think this week, at least, we got an introduction to like some of these new people and whatnot. But still, they have just been throwing out several new guys and whatnot, which is crazy because they just had a breakout tournament not that long ago full of new people. Now you're debuting even more new people, and I'm gonna have some things to say about them. But we do kick off the show with most of the random guys we did see from last week that debuted out there. And, we saw Odyssey Jones and, Braun Breaker or Rex Steiner, I would like to say, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, the new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa came out then. Ciampa came out, talked about, he took his spot back at the top of the mountain after 908 days, how he never lost his title in the first place. But now he said, Tommaso Ciampa is your NXT champion. He told Goldie, as in the belt, that he's missed the belt also. And, people chanted 2.0. And Ciampa said, there's a lot of new faces in this ring right now. And he's going to, they want to show the world how great they are and whatnot. But, Ciampa talked to everybody about in the ring and, who's going to stand out. And you can tell this place 2.0, it's NXT and whatnot, but it's the passion that the people haven't changed and whatnot. That Ciampa and, Alicia Taylor and, they're still NXT. Vic Joseph there. Bad news, as in, Barrett and Auntie Beth, he called, Beth Phoenix. We're still NXT. The fans are also still NXT. There's a reason why I'm in this ring right now, as he said. And, there's a reason why what I do, and he's happy to be here. He's happy to be the NXT champion. This is the A show, and we're gonna prove it, okay? That we still are the A show. And basically, we want to hear the world say it because we are NXT. So a very great promo from Ciampa, firing up the crowd and whatnot. Just great face promo by him in general, saying we are NXT, hyping it up that we're still NXT. It may be a new fresh coat of paint and whatnot, but we're still NXT. Cameron Grimes came out then. Basically, yeah, I'm fired up and whatnot. And that NXT title there, it's gonna fuel to get the rocket to go straight to the moon. Joe Gacy tried to say something then. Until Eli Drake, LA Knight came out calling everybody incels and whatnot, that he deserves a title shot. But Odyssey Jones says you lost twice last week, so why do you deserve a title shot? Pete Dunne and Rich Holland came out then. Basically says a lot of new faces in this ring, but they're trying to make a name for themselves, but I still see the same bunch of geezers around here. Next thing you know, they're afraid to throw a punch. Ciampa threw the first punch. Next thing you know, everybody just starts brawling with each other. Then more people start coming out brawling. Then they even go to the back. Then I think it was EO and Electra Lopez, and I didn't know who the other woman was. I think B Fab out there. That they were brawling in the back too. And, Ciampa and Breaker were still in the ring then, as Breaker got on the microphone, called him a couple of bitches, as in Pete Dunne and Rich Holland challenged him to a match tonight. Let me say this about Breaker Stein. Like, he sounds just like Scott. Let me say that. I don't know if I said this last week enough, but he literally just has almost the same. I know he's Rick's son, but man, he sounds just like Scott Steiner, though. Like, he's just, you guys are a bunch of bitches and whatnot. Like, I swear to God, this guy just starts cutting promos and start calling people white trash. And I'm not saying he's gonna call himself the big pad booty daddy, like I said last week, but he sounds just like Scott. Like, he really does. I'm not saying he's gonna start cutting math promos or anything, but he has the same presence to him in a way when I just hear him talk. Like, I'm like, this guy could be a Scott Steiner 2.0 or whatnot by the way he talks. So I can just like, you could see the similarities. Like I said, he's Rick's son, but he just sounds like Scott. He really does. Even damn near promo wise too. I'm not saying he's just gonna start going off on anything and botching, but Scott Steiner got away with that and whatnot. But yeah, he just sounds like him. But we do kick it off with I guess the first match of the night, the cruiserweight title on the line between Kushida and Roderick Strong. The Diamond Mine was out there. This match probably could have been a little bit longer, but it wasn't a bad match. But um, you know Strong ended up becoming a new champion, but did he really need all of the Diamond Mine's help to beat them? These guys are killers, as my friend would say, but Strong, why did he still need help? I know they're heels and whatnot, but make this guy look like a killer too after showing all these videos of the Diamond Mine and proving why they're badasses and whatnot. Why not just have him go over clean, just beat the hell out of Kushida? Did he really need all these guys' help for basically a 4-on-1 to take out Kushida? But right after then, they move on to what's this guy's name? Grayson Waller. Talk about how they took out Spud Maverick last week, even though he's on Raw right now, pulling off heist like it's Ocean's 13 for the 24/7 title. He said that NXT 2.0 is a jungle. And, he's someone that can survive this jungle, and he wants a shot at the Cruiserweight title next week. But Vivian says, how dare you interrupt the champ's celebration? And Waller basically said, oh, you got to check with your daddy first and whatnot. But Vivian said, oh, you did with your daddy first and whatnot? Okay, we going to show you the power of the Diamond Mine is next week. So, I guess, Roderick Strong versus Grayson Waller out there next week for the title. We got another promo video from Tony D'Angelo. He's a wise guy, man. He's from Chicago or whatnot. The guy talks like he's in the 1920s, like it's the Godfather or something. But, he talked about his uncle, talk about the business. It's, family and life, that the success is in WWE. So Tony D'Angelo is coming soon, okay? This guy looks like he was straight out of a movie from Goodfellas or something. Or, I don't put all the good Italian accent, all right? But I'm doing my best. Capiche? So, yeah, Tony D'Angelo, we'll see him more. We also got promo videos from Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs, which looks like we got an introduction to. Talk about how they met in a bar fight after they lost the breakout tournament. So, I'm about to start calling these guys Discount APA. That's what they almost look like. Bar fights? Like, so y'all the new APA. Unless you're going to start, your own protection agency and put a door or, a card table with beard and I don't know. But I'm like, bar fights? Okay. Like I said, almost damn near like APA if you ask me. Kaylee Ray wouldn't get, I guess, the debut of Amari Miller. A lot of bubbles out there. I was like, it was Emma 2.0. Kaylee Ray got the win, so good little showcase for her out there. Ciampa and Breaker were in the back, talking about they were gonna, team together tonight, but Breaker still looking at that title, just staring at Ciampa's championship. So obviously something's gonna happen there. Well, once again, we got another person I never seen before. I guess it was Zion Quinn, who was earlier they letting some women, in the door first, because one guy, he helped the guy say, hey, let the ladies go first, and you should respect women, and he just beat up this random dude, and, me and my friend said, why should we care about this guy who just beat up this dude because he didn't let the women through the door? I don't know much about him, but at least they're trying to introduce these guys. Dante Chen, the debut of him, he's a wrestler from Singapore. He had a mask on and whatnot, and he went against Trey Baxter, Blake Christian and whatnot. Basically a, what was it, a showcase match debut for Chen. I guess I'm trying to give all these new guys a chance. I know it's only week 1, but, still, it's a guy from Singapore in a mask. We don't know much about him, but I guess, give it a chance, but still, why should I care about this guy right off the bat, though, and whatnot, since he just debuted? Andre Chase, who looks like he has a gimmick now called Andre Chase University. He's like teaching a class and whatnot, talking about Odyssey Jones and that he's a loser and whatnot. But one guy said, Steve, didn't you lose in the first round of breakout tournament? And then Chase said, get the fuck up out of here, basically. So how far is that gimmick going to go? I don't know. I see people already compare this to Brian Myers, how to be a professional, because he's got students right now teaching people. So could they be still in the gimmick from Impact? I could see that happening. It looks like they are. But like I said, we're just throwing out a lot of new stuff tonight, or people with new gimmicks now. We did have a health update on Triple H. He is recovering, so it is good to see that he's doing better. Hopefully he's back soon enough. Joe Gacy, now this is something to talk about. He's in the ring, and he's got like this suit on and whatnot. And he's talking about, like male what did he say? Like, male privilege and safe spaces and, almost like some self-righteous, like, pacifist gimmick. Like, what is he supposed to be out here? That the NXT is filled with hate and differences, but, I'm trying to be more non-aggressive and that life isn't fair, and he's going to achieve peace in this safe space. So I'm sitting there wondering, like, is he a Mormon now? Is he, like I said, he's a pacifist, or is he some SJW? what's he trying to be out here, especially using words like safe space and, male privilege and whatnot. So I don't know where it's going. He's wrestling a suit, and Cameron Grimes went against him, and Grimes won. But Gacy had hugged him after that, so I don't know where that's going. It's leading to like a dark thing. Like I'm gonna be for peace, but you know I got this dark past, or not dark past, but something dark about this gimmick. Where's it gonna go? Could it go dark? I don't know, but I'm not really sure the thing about that gimmick too. Like, what is this supposed to be? All right, what is it? Um, I know we got a promo from. I know they said they're gonna show Indy and Dexter's, what wedding or honeymoon next week. Von Wagner, he had like a promo. Basically, at least we saw a promo from him this week. It's just him working out and whatnot. That his journey has just begun. Elektra Lopez said, went against someone in the ring. Honestly, I thought she had a better debut than B-Fab last week. And, Escobar talked about, what we have here is class, elegance, sophistication, fuego, and the willpower to command silence. And respect is Elektra right here. And that, I know she's like Carmen Sandiego and whatnot, but she completes Legado del Fantasma. As he said, as Elektra said, you got the first taste of, the first lady of Legado, and now she's going to unleash it on B-Fab, and that B-Fab can keep talking and whatnot, but if you want to do something about, get your skinny ass out here. Fab attacked her from behind us, the rest of the Hit Row was out there. Basically, they brawled and whatnot, as fans trying to, let them fight, as, both of the teams dragged both of them, back away from each other. So, I thought Elektra looked better. She looked better in the ring than B-Fab last week. I don't think B-Fab may be ready yet, but Elektra, this was not bad. She was pretty good. We got a Legato chance, so that wasn't bad out there. Trey Baxter, who was backstage with Cora Jade, I guess now this is his girlfriend all of a sudden. And, she said, yeah, the guy's dressed like a superhero. And, she kissed him and whatnot, but, Baxter's like, superhero. Listen, man, we already got a superhero on Monday Night Raw as it is right now with Nikki Ash. Do we really need another superhero on TV right now? We already got one, so why do we need another one? But yeah, I don't know where. Like I said, I've never even seen Cora Jade that much. I know she's signed, but it's like, okay, now randomly she's Trey Baxter or Blake Christian's girlfriend all of a sudden. Once again, we're just throwing things out there, people I've never seen already. And, Taya's in the back with Gonzalez, which we're finally having a title match next week, for the NXT Women's Championship, which that was dropped for no reason last week. And still no build to it. But next thing you know, this random woman named Lash Legend shows up talking about she has her new talk show next week. I don't even know who that even was, but she looked good. So, once again, I'm like, I don't know who you are, but she just came out here all of a sudden. Odyssey Jones destroyed two jobbers out there. Andre Chase got in with a chair and hit him with, but it did not work. As, Jones caught the chair and then just threw it aside as Chase got out of there then. So, don't know where that's going, but Odyssey Jones, good squash match for him. Grayson, I guess, was in the back. Waller talked to some guys. So, Carmelo and Trick Williams showed up talking about, man, you may win that Cruiserweight title, but you can still lose it to me. Next, Toxic Attraction, that we now know the team name, Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane walking by. As, Melo said, man, they look good as hell. Trick was like, damn, they look fine and whatnot. So, ain't lying about that. Ain't lying about that at all. So, some would say they need more hot women on TV, but it's hard not to stare. We had an Aikman Jiro promo, the guy that wears the jackets when he wrestles, and he talks about his wardrobe and whatnot. A lot of people think, Japanese wrestle about strong style, but he's style strong. And basically, Eichmann means handsome man. So the guy's showing off his jackets now. So we're giving him some type of a gimmick here with wearing a jacket. Mandy Rose and her new crew came out, which, me and my co-host kind of talk about their promo. I thought the promo was okay. I think Gigi was probably one of not the best one out there. They're trying to build Mandy into the strong leader, and that, she talked about she's in the new division. When you look at her and whatnot, we're not just pretty faces. You got to get your face broke and whatnot. That we're going to be taking over NXT 2.0 and whatnot. We don't be like, we're not like being a gift that's replayed and whatnot all the time. We don't like how you treat Gigi and JC and whatnot. So we're going to take over. Okay, they talk about the strongest women's division around here. We're getting ready to be unleashed, the Beauty and Beast, okay? As Manny said, this is the future. right here, and we're taking over. All right. As Gigi said, we want those new NXT, those NXT Tag Team Championships right now. So, if you thought you were going to sit back and, watch the rest of these broads in the division, wait for an opportunity, you were wrong. So, I thought the promo was okay, but it was still rough at the same time, too. I'm still trying to see where they're trying to build Mandy into this leader, but I'm sure people are going to like them anyways because they're very hot at the same time. EO and Stark were in the back. Basically, they don't like toxic attraction and whatnot and stuff. I guess maybe they're next in line for the titles now. Next, Indy Hartwell's best friend or whoever it was saying once Indy comes back from her honeymoon, we're going to be, going for those tag team titles. EO and Stark looked very confused of who the fuck that even was. Okay, so, yeah, I didn't even know who that was. So, I don't know. They're just like I said, they're throwing more people out there tonight. At least they give them an introduction. But I swear to God, I don't know. I swear that I've seen like maybe 8, 9 new people on this show tonight. But in the main event, though, we got Ciampa and Breaker going against Dunne and Holland. A good main event. I think the crowd really popped big time was when Breaker there did the Steiner recliner. I did kind of laugh at that. I was like, okay, he did the Steiner recliner. So I did kind of smile at that watching that. So, like I said, this guy is more and more like Scott in a way. He's more like Steiner. I wish they just wanted to call this guy Rex Steiner because I still like the Braun Breaker name. But, man, he's doing the Steiner recliner out there. I'm like, okay, and he got the pinfall. But once again, he's looking at that title, though. He's looking at Ciampa and whatnot for the belt. So, a good main event. I will say that, but obviously they are really giving a lot of shine to Breaker out here. Obviously he's next in line for the title, but man, does he remind me of Scott Steiner a lot. But I will say tonight's show, they did show off a lot of new characters and whatnot. Some would say just a lot of introductions to people or just debuts or anything with a lot of these guys from Gacy to that Dante Chen, Dion Quinn, the Toxic Attraction, all these people. I do believe they're just being thrown out there tonight, and as me and my friend talked about earlier, you just had a breakout tournament not that long ago. How many more people you gonna need to debut? But man, they're just like throwing out a lot of these new guys off the get-go, okay? Or either give them a new gimmick or something. But they are building something now. They can get in some, decent storylines to lead into whatever's big for them. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to give this 2.0 shit a chance. I really am. I think it looked a little bit better than last week, but because last week they were just throwing people out there. It's like, okay, you put a random guy in the main event for the title and just showing new person after new person after new person we never seen before. But like I said, this is the new NXT, so they're showing a lot of new developmental people out there. Are all these guys ready for TV? I'm not really sure on whatnot, but let's see where all this is gonna go. But it was a lot to digest out of this show tonight. It's like person you never seen before, person you never seen before, person you never seen before. Who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is that? Is this gimmick gonna work? Is this gimmick gonna work? I'm sure there's a lot of questions in all this, okay? Because even I feel like some of this shit ain't gonna go out well. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, okay? But this is my review of NXT 2.0. I'm trying not to say that out loud as the announcers because it is kind of annoying to say that. NXT 2.0, let's just say NXT. But you get my point, though. But other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Tell me what you think about this whole NXT. Tell me what you think about all these debuts or everything tonight you saw on here. Because we saw more debuts or any new gimmick or just anything we saw on here tonight. Tell me what you think about this show, okay? But I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace. Check out my Raw review.